All right, I picked up this M18 fuel quik-lok bristle brush attachment for the M18 fuel power head with quik-lok technology. I have the weed whacker and I just got the brush cutter as well. Got a really long driveway, so the branches hang over and this gets to be a bit much to manage, so I thought I would try the brush cutter attachment. But then I saw this, and you can call me lazy, you can call me innovative, but I would lean towards innovative. Got this 12-foot porch all the way around the building, constantly getting mud on it until all the final grade and the house is torn down. And it's 85 degrees, 86 degrees with full humidity out here, and sweeping is not my favorite thing to do. So I bought this, I'm gonna give it a try, see how well it works. Saw some videos that look pretty sweet, get the stones off there. So yeah, here we go. Also, I made a really fancy stand for my phone to stand up in. Lock attachment, you just unscrew this, push the button, there you go. Process, I think it's in there. They do make a strap for this too that you can, battery might help. Grab one of those. On this tool, you can use any M18, but I like to use the XC6, 6 amp hour. Gives a little bit more juice and run time. See if I got this installed right. Nope. Sometimes you gotta play with the gearing right here, make sure you get it in there just right. I don't think I had it in all the way. Maybe I put it on backwards. Oh, yeah, I put it on backwards. There's an arrow. That's the front, so I gotta put that guard around. No big deal. I wasn't reaching in there for the gearing because there's a little screw right here that blocks it, so it's in the right way. That makes sense why it was so hard to put this on earlier. My wrench was like in on the bristles. Okay. Line your arrow up. There's an arrow on the front of this, the white arrow. And there, yep, clicked a lot better that time. Tighten her down. Probably have to get that strap because this starts getting pretty heavy with these bigger attachments, but I'm sure it'll just carry the obviously never want to go against your house because you'll fling rocks at your garage doors, but It's heavy. Heavy though. There's a staple. Did I get it wet? Hopefully not. Got it wet. Pretty heavy, but pretty sweet. Nice to have guards on the side. A few times I had to go back and hit up where it shot a rock out the side. That's a pretty good job though. I keep pulling some back when I get to the edge there. But I think it works pretty darn good. I don't know, pretty decent. I think a leaf blower probably would have done the same thing out there, maybe a little less dust with the bristle brush. I did a nice little pass down here. I got it pretty clean. Where it seemed to do pretty well is over here where I had some pretty heavy mud sitting up on the concrete. You can see where the grading's not great yet. So that'll be tapered away from the house a little bit. And then when grass is there, or maybe some downspout or eaves or something with downspouts, but kind of bounces off the mud and comes up here on the porch. So I had to work it a little bit, but a regular bristle broom, you'd be sitting there forever getting super dusty. So it did look like this, now it looks like that. So these tables were in the way. I would have done a little bit more. So I don't know, I think it's something handy to have around. I don't know that I'll get a ton of use out of it. You could probably power wash this as well, which is going to need to be done anyways with all the, there's a little bit of concrete dust and mostly mud from before the concrete was poured, but I think it was about $200 for that attachment. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another review down the road when I have used it a little bit more to see, but the weed whacker's awesome. It's nice to just have one tool and then just put the attachments on it. I think, you know, other brands have the same thing, but I've got a lot of Milwaukee batteries, and so this seemed to make sense. Thanks for watching. I did a little bit more with the bristle brush attachment. You can see the lighter color here. That was my pass down this way. I don't know, I think if I get that strap and I can keep it up off the ground a little bit, it won't drag so much. There was a ton of mud right here, and I worked it for a while, and you can see it's all over out there. So it works pretty good. That's what this was covered with. So I did like 2 or 3 passes back and forth on this. It definitely needs more. But I think if I get that add-on strap, it's an accessory, that will help a lot more. But this was pretty heavy with the splash back from mud and whatnot. I think I'd probably just use a blower, you know, to maintain it once it's cleaned up. So I don't think I'll use it all that much, but if it does get mud on it, then it's handy. Like this would come off pretty well, pass or 2. You could also use a power washer, but setting up a power washer is kind of a pain. So I did this porch because I thought it would be low maintenance. Maybe it will be when I get the soffits all in, but lots of birds are hanging out up in there and crapping all over and building nests that I keep fighting. So